So guys, welcome back to the channel. Touching down from KLCC Park in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Today we're just going to have a sit down chat and we're going to talk about if I could live in Kuala Lumpur and if it's somewhere that may be on my radar in the future, and what I think about living here. You know, the visas are a little bit longer than Thailand and a lot more easy, I do believe. I don't know the ins and outs of how you would get a long-term visa here, but I know you get 3 months. I get 3 months. Different visas are different, nationalities get different visas, I think, but I think I can just leave and come back as many times as I want. So I just want to start off by saying the people here have been amazing and very welcoming. No problems at all. The people are some of the best I've ever been, I think. Right up there with the Thai people for friendliness and just saying hello and speaking to you. I've really fell for the city. It reminds me of a Western city a lot, but mixed in with the old style neighborhood, and it just seems more relaxed here than somewhere like Bangkok. That's in my opinion. Again, it could be different if I was here for longer term. So coming back to the visas, it's very important, right? Wherever you want to stay, the visas are what determines what you can do in any country. And with what seems like an easier visa process in Malaysia, this is somewhere I would definitely consider in the future. It's a little bit, you know, too modern for me. I do like rough and rugged. But again, this is not the only place in Malaysia, right? You can find some other places. But today we're talking about Kuala Lumpur. I could live in this city. I could live here quite easily. It wouldn't be no problem for me. I'm not a city person, but it's got that medium where it doesn't feel like you're in a real bustling city, to me anyway. The hotels a little bit more expensive here, but if you lived here you wouldn't be in a hotel, right? I've not really got any experience with long-term condos. I've looked online before because this has always been an option in the past, and yeah, the condos seem like a little bit more expensive than Thailand, but less than back in the west, so you're talking probably in between the both. Some of the old neighborhoods, it looks like you could find a room really cheap. That's how it looks to me anyway. But you know, you want to be, it's probably going to be $400 at least right here for an apartment, or $500. Maybe you could find a studio room for $300. I don't know. This is just my first opinion. I think you're going to need a little bit more than somewhere like Chiang Mai for an apartment here, right? I would need to look at my finances and see if I could sustain a life in Malaysia. I mean, it's cheaper than England, the UK, so it's definitely, but it's probably more expensive than Thailand, right? And that would be something I would definitely need to look into and see if it would be, you know, would be worthwhile for me to live here. All the stuff I read online before I come here about it's really expensive and stuff. It's not as expensive as what I was thinking. I found some cheap places. You can find cheap places to eat. You can find these dirt cheap places. Okay, it's probably, you know, when you're talking about Pattaya, Jom Tien, Chiang Mai, it's probably not that cheap, what I found anyway. But I have found prices similar, you know, not too much more pricey than that. If you're going shopping and stuff, yes, you've got all the luxury stuff in Kuala Lumpur, right? All your luxury shopping, and you can spend a fortune here if you want. But at the same time, I think you could live really cheap here. But the thing is with that, would you really want to live cheap here? Because this is like it's a glitzy city, and I think living cheap here would be a little bit harder than living cheap in somewhere that's a bit more earthy and not so blingy. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I would be so happy living cheap in Kuala Lumpur as I would back in Chiang Mai, where I'm from, because you know, you've got all this glitz in your face and everything, and I don't know, it would just be, it just wouldn't feel right spending that cheap Charlie prices. I don't think all of the time. I could do that. I can do that anywhere. It wouldn't be a problem for me. But just with, you know, you've got this amazing city with all these amazing restaurants and stuff everywhere you turn. I don't think I would be comfortable. I could do it, like I said, but I wouldn't be as happy as I would be in Thailand living really cheap. So would need to up the budget, I think, if I lived here, just to do some other things. Dating and finding a girlfriend here, of course, it does seem a little bit more normal than Thailand. To say normal, I mean, you're not just gonna pick up girls here like in Thailand, even though I do think that's possible. And with the religion differences here, it's, you know, it's different. It's not the same. It's not Thailand, is it? You're not gonna go down the bar and you know how it goes. What I have seen already though, the girls are really friendly, and what I read before I got here is you won't even get a smile, you won't even nothing. But you know, I've had eye contact, girls speaking, and even swapped the WhatsApp number already. So yeah, I don't think that's impossible at all. I think you could find a girlfriend here just like anywhere else, but you're gonna have to make the effort, I suppose. You're gonna have to do the boyfriend and girlfriend thing, not just a wham bam thank you ma'am, a bit like in Thailand, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so what I have noticed straight away, you've not got them type of foreigners here. I'm not going to spell it out, you know what I'm saying. It's not that, you know, I'm one of them foreigners too. I live in Thailand, I like the ladies, but as soon as you come to Kuala Lumpur, when you've been in Thailand for so long, it's just like snap, you're back home or something, in that way, where you haven't got the manga here, you haven't got all that, you know, that brings a world of trouble, doesn't it, in Thailand? Women, you know, alpha males, there's none of that here, I don't think. From what I've seen, there's no alpha males, people puffing their chest out. You know, the ladies do all that, don't they? The ladies bring, a man goes crazy over women, and here there's not like that pressure, there's nothing. So that's been really refreshing as well, just getting away from that. I think I've said before on that video I done why I haven't got a Thai girlfriend, and I sort of missed that. You know, it's special to have a girlfriend in the West, and yeah, I'm feeling that here again. It feels like I've been zapped back to the West and everything's normal again. You gotta chat up a girl normal as you would back home again, if that makes sense. I know you guys know what I'm saying. It's, you know, you feel like you've got to put in the work here with the ladies again. Public transportation, some of the best I have seen anywhere I've been. Kuala Lumpur, I've never seen so many buses and trains, and they all seem like they're regular and they've not been late. I've seen online where some guy said they're 10 minutes late and stuff, but you get that everywhere. Where there's traffic, things are going to be late. But yeah, the transportation here, I wouldn't even know if I would get a motorcycle here. I don't think I would need one, because I could get to every part of the city, it seems like. Similar to Bangkok, I think. Kuala Lumpur does look better than Bangkok for getting around. It really does. It seems more simple to me, but very, very similar. Speaking English, it's a massive advantage, and something that you feel right away. I feel right away coming from Thailand how much that is so much helpful. You're trying to buy something and you just realize here, oh yeah, I can just say in English, and it's just so easy to buy things and ask things. And yeah, I forgot how useful that is and how easy that is to, you know, in Thailand sometimes when you're trying to get something across and you don't know the lingo, it's tough, man, it's tough. When here, it just makes life so much easier. So that would be a big plus for living here. You would just go about your life as you would back in England or the US or whatever, really learn a bit of the local lingo, but you've got your English and you know that's going to get you by no problem. The heat and the humidity, this is, yeah, it probably would be a struggle. Coming from Thailand, I'm used to the heat. It's not a big problem. The humidity, I have felt a big difference, and I know this is the hottest time of the year and I think it does ease up a little bit, right? But yeah, the humidity would be a big factor in living here as well. I'm used to the heat, like I said, but I would have to think whether I could live in Malaysia with this humidity. It is a lot different heat, I think, from Thailand. It's something you could deal with the aircon again, and limiting your time outside maybe, and going into the malls. The malls are very popular in the daytime here, just like Thailand as well. Everybody goes to the mall, but you are just, yeah, you are soaked as soon as you go outside the door, really, and it's a different kind of heat. As I said, I could deal with it. It wouldn't be a massive factor, but it's something I would need to think about a little bit more. A way of life here, I mean, that's probably one of the most important things, right? What you're gonna do day-to-day life, and you've got all your cafes here, you've got all your places to meet up. I don't think that would be a problem. I think that's where Thailand is so cool, so sabai, relax. It's just a easy life, meet up in a coffee shop. And yeah, Malaysia's got that too. It's a city life here. It's not really feasible to compare it to Chiang Mai because they're totally different cities, really. This is a brand like new skyrise city, where Chiang Mai hasn't got any skyscrapers really, and yeah, it doesn't feel right to compare it. I'm not comparing it, I'm just comparing my lives in both. Yeah, it's not fair to compare them two, really. Bangkok would be a better judgment, really, but Chiang Mai is where I live, and I'm just comparing what I think early stages being here. The people in Kuala Lumpur, the foreigners, I would say there's a lot more in Bangkok. You don't see so many Farangs here. Again, I think it's the ladies, the women, right? That's my honest opinion. I think wherever the women are, like what can I say? Not easy women, but women easily available is where most Farang men are going to be. What I've seen of Kuala Lumpur is families, young children, and dare I say it, like normal foreigners. And like, this is sort of place where Farangs from Thailand come to visit, right? Then they go back to Thailand, a bit like me, you know. They probably miss the bars, they miss the ladies, and yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I would as well. I would miss the ladies, you know. This is not a channel where I would miss the ladies. Of course, that would be a big factor for me as well. It's just so easy to meet ladies and go on dates in Thailand. Come on, let's be real. A lot of us go to Thailand because of the ladies. But again, you could meet. I've seen a few foreigners with what looks like local girls dating, and of course it's possible, right? Anywhere you're gonna date, but yeah, I think you're gonna need to be settled here to actually have a girlfriend, right? You're not gonna come here and probably have a wham bam, bit of Humpty Dumpty, then off again. You're gonna need to play the game, I think, right? The beauty of Kuala Lumpur, it's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful city with a mixture of everything. It's like, it's not just it's a concrete jungle, but it's not just that. It's got some tradition, it's got parks like this, and you know, look at it now. Okay, people are not out because it's red hot, but it's not a mad city, I don't think. The traffic gets crazy sometimes in what I've seen, but I hate like compact and people everywhere, and I don't think I've complained about that really on any vlogs. It's not something that I've been angry about or like, oh, I want to get out of here. That's not one thing that's affected me coming here, not at all. So I've been rabbiting on a while on this vlog, and I think that's all that I want to cover, guys. There's probably some stuff I missed, but I just wanted to have a heartfelt what I actually think, and could I live here? So could I live in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia? You bet I could. Easy, I could live here. Is it a substitute for Thailand for me? No, not at the minute. I like roughy old sketchy towns and villages, and I think Thailand are the best at that. I think when I say roughy old sketchy, I just mean like rural, and of course Malaysia has that as well, but Thailand is just a bit more rough round the edges, I think, and that's the sort of person I am. This is great, man. This is amazing, and I can totally understand why people live here. I could live here. Who couldn't? It's up to date. It's got everything you need for a cheaper price back home. In fact, if you don't like Thailand or them countries, Cambodia, Laos, if they're a little bit too old and rough for you, Malaysia, come on, Malaysia is the one, mate. You have got back home living for, what would I say, half the price maybe. I wouldn't say a quarter of the price, maybe half the price, living here a good life, the same as back home maybe. That's what I would say so far anyway. So I think it's a fitting place to end this vlog, guys, in front of the Petronas Towers again. And we've had a walk round, had a chat about just my thoughts on living here. So yes, I could live here, but Thailand is still my place. I would need longer here, of course you would. It's great here. This is one of the better places that I've been to. I'm knackered. I've never done so much walking and stuff for a while, so I am absolutely shattered with the vlogs I've been doing, but I'm having a really good time. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I'm gonna check out from the amazing Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, as I hit a bit of shade and a bit of breeze. So hope you're all safe and sound as always, guys, and I will see you in the next one. So take it easy, man. Take it easy.